for every blunder, every failed campaign event, ignoring all evidence surrounding what is now a full-blown Biden family corruption scandal. But believe it or not, Joe did talk about his son Hunter yesterday during a virtual event with Oprah, calling him, quote, the smartest guy I know. You know, there might be some truth to this. Let me just stand back and think about this. If you can make millions and millions of dollars and have no experience whatsoever, maybe he's not so dumb. Or maybe he's corrupt. Take a look.
So I got off the train, went home. True story. And we sat down in the back, and I had my deceased son, Bo, who was then the Attorney General of the state of Delaware. And I had my son, Hunter, who's the smartest guy I know. My daughter is a social worker. And the whole family was there. And we sat in the back porch of my wife and so on. And we sat there and we talked about it. And I didn't think my family would want me to run. And so everybody surprised me. They said, you got to run, Dad. You got to run, Joe, my wife telling me.
And get this, the Biden campaign was actually asked about Hunter and Joe's shady business dealings on a program called Cheddar News, but they refused to answer the question. What a shock. Take a look.
I was curious if that's still your position, that because we saw big tech react the way they did on the New York Post story, that the allegations in it are off the table. They are false as far as you're concerned.
Look, we're not going to waste any seconds on this smear campaign. If we want to talk about corruption, let's look at Donald Trump. So we're not going to waste any time on that. It's another distraction. We need to keep our eyes on the prize.
Okay, waste time. That's all you do is waste time and hide in the basement. Anyway, did you notice that in the Biden campaign, they still will not deny the authenticity of the emails and won't directly respond to the story? Is it because they know it's true or more, and if so, damning? And by the way, now, of course, rather than cover the scandal and hold the Biden campaign accountable, the mob, the media, the biggest contributors to all things Joe Biden and radical socialists, they ignore it. They team up with their friends in big tech. They suppress, they censor. And remember, the FBI, DNI agree. DOJ agrees. This has nothing to do with Russian disinformation. No evidence whatsoever. Another Russia hoax from the congenital liar Adam Schiff, the Democrats, and the mob and the media. Pay attention. Not hard to understand. According to Senator Ron Johnson's report, zero experienced Hunter Biden and his partners were making millions of dollars from America's adversaries. They sold us out. All these foreign clients believed they were buying access and favor to then VP Joe Biden through the son with no experience, Hunter. And new explosive evidence from Tony Bobulinski reveals just how aware and deeply involved Joe was in all of this, and that he knew, and that money was being put aside for him. It's not just a scandal about Hunter Biden. It's a scandal about that guy, Joe Biden, and Hunter and associates cutting deals in China, in Ukraine, with the wife of the former mayor of Moscow, a Russian oligarch, with a Kazakh oligarch. And Joe Biden let his son use the Biden name to create a pipeline to the Obama-Biden White House. Joe's corrupt and is an embodiment of everything that is 47 years in the swamp in D.C., and it's why in 5 days you get to be the ultimate jury, and you have the chance to shock the world again. Here with reaction, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. Senator, good to have you back again.
Hello, Sean.
Although I don't think I'd want you to treat me the way you treated @Jack on Twitter, which was a great beatdown. Let me go through this. Did Hunter Biden have any experience in oil, gas, energy, or Ukraine?
Certainly not that we're aware of. He had the right last name.
Right, okay, and he said so in a Good Morning America interview. But he made millions of dollars, right? Did Joe Biden on tape brag that he was withholding $1 billion taxpayer dollars unless they fired the prosecutor investigating his son?
Yeah, very publicly, and that was brought up during the impeachment trial.
Okay. Sounds like a quid pro quo to me. Do you know anybody that gets paid millions with no experience? Because I don't.
It's actually on another program. I heard one of the financial experts talk about how Hunter Biden probably made double what an ExxonMobil a member of the board makes. So no, this money was completely out of line what is normal just in U.S. business, and we know why it was. We know why Burisma paid Devin Archer and Hunter Biden so much for. It was for influence.
In your report, do you have a money line and see the wire transfer of money from a Kazakhstan oligarch to Hunter Biden's firm earmarked for a new car. Did you find that?
Yeah, now that was kind of a strange one. That was the exact same day that Joe Biden was in Ukraine talking to the Rada, which is their legislature, and preaching anti-corruption. That was a little strange, but there's some oil deals going on there. We don't have all that pieced together, but people are starting to connect the dots.
Yeah, and the First Lady of Moscow, a Russian oligarch, was there a $3.5 million wire transfer, as Donald Trump claims, or did that not happen?
$3.5 million in there, a few $100,000 more transferred eventually to a business called BAK USA. We haven't totally tracked that one down either. Sean, the bottom line is our report didn't answer all the questions. It just raised serious questions that require great investigation, and it kind of broke a logjam. It was kind of a catalyst for people like Tony Bobulinski and the repair shop owner to come forward and tell us what they know. And now there are some people looking into this. But let me also say, I take no joy in uncovering this truth about Joe Biden. He's had so many tragedies in his life, but the American people deserve the truth before they go to the polls, and it's coming awful late in the process. It's very unfortunate.
How does somebody get $1.5 billion deal with the Bank of China and not have any experience in that field?
Well, again, it's obvious. They were peddling influence. They were trading off the Biden name. And you can also see after Joe Biden left office, Hunter starts getting panicked that he's kind of losing what he had to sell, and you can see that through a lot of these emails.
Can you confirm the laptop and Tony Bobulinski and what he said to Tucker Carlson this week?
All I can say is that all the verification, all the validation we're doing, we haven't turned up any discrepancies. Everything appears to be authentic that we've looked at so far.
All right, Senator, will Donald Trump hold the state of Wisconsin?
The enthusiasm for him is sky high, albeit his rally in Green Bay looking forward to tomorrow. But if enthusiasm counts, that drives more people to the polls. People want to vote for him, want to bring out their friends, family, and neighbors as well. So that's his ace in the hole here, I think, in Wisconsin.
All right, Senator Johnson, thanks for looking for the truth of the American